Welcome to Chalaki News, darling, where we talk about everything from politics to celebrity tea to reality stars tea to music tea. It's just tea, whatever the hell I want to talk about that I don't talk about on my reviews, child. Chalaki News, get into it. And on today's installment, I wanted to talk about two things that was just on my heart. Something in my heart. Something in my heart. Two things I want to talk. Well, really, three things I want to talk about. But the two main things I want to talk about was Karen King and versus Tommy Lee. Now, both of these ladies are from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We both met them last season, season 5 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Um, Karen King is the mother of Scrap and Saz. Tommy Lee, she used to go with Scrap. Scrap's now in jail. They were close. And this season, they brought KK back on, which is Karen King, to kind of be Tommie's cheerleader, Tommie's spokesperson, Tommie's, um, just the positive role model for Tommie, because Tommie has had issues with alcohol and all that kind of stuff in the past, and just all kind of other issues as well. And they brought her on the season to kind of mentor Tommie. But Tommie, I guess after watching the show, she's decided that somehow or another KK is her enemy, and it's just been a mess. But anyway, Tommie did a whole Instagram live talking about KK like a dog. And then KK responded by doing her own little Instagram live thing. Now, this video is like 40 minutes long, 41 minutes long actually. And I'm not going to play the entire thing, but I'm just going to play like a little bit of it so you can see or hear anyway her anger and stuff. I have to figure out how to do those whole reactions where y'all can see the video, like we can all watch it together at the same time. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all know how to do it. I don't know how to do all that fancy shit. I got to get into it. But anyway, here's a little clip of Karen King talking shit. Hilarious.
Wanna fight, but bitch, you gon' make me. You gon' make me. Now you know motherfucking well what was said in green screen. Bitch, when it's something bad and I'm instructed to say it, bitch, I put my job on the line. I say I'm not gonna say that about Tommy. That's what I say. When they say this, say that, ask them. Whatever the guy name is from New York, Vivian, Gavin, Paris, when they ask me to say something about Tommy in green screen, because it's part of the script, it's part of the storyline that we laid for them to go off of.
Okay. Now, with her just saying that, during this whole live, everything that I talk about, by the way, will be in the bottom bar below, unless I tell you otherwise. But her just saying that one statement, talking about the green screen and the script that we have to read off of based on what we gave them, yada yada, is showing that the show is scripted, which we all knew. Most of these reality shows are, they judge up the drama, whatever. Half of these people, most of the time, they don't really have a real issue with one another, but they, this one's whispering in this one ear, etc., etc. Um, and during this whole live thing, what I was gonna say was many people was calling her, and I think at one point it was maybe Mona Scott herself calling her, or who runs all this shit, created all this, or somebody who works closely with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for her to be quiet. And yeah, let me just play a little more. And they don't on these shows they don't want you to reveal certain things, especially to say that the show is scripted, because the producers and everybody want the viewers to think of the show as real.
When they ask me to say something fucked up, I say I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But this bitch gonna get on the fucking internet and she's gonna talk about my son, and she done cussed out Saz. And everybody knows that Saz, even though Tommie's kids are small and my kids are grown, it's still the same difference. I'm still their mom. I'm still gonna ride shit you was talking about, Sass, bitch, that's been in my memory bank. You say you gave me a pass? Bitch, I gave you one. I gave you one, bitch. You said you gave me a pass, you didn't give me one. I just been on the sideline waiting for you to self-destruct. Period. That's what I've really been doing. No matter how I try to help you, how I try to say don't do this, don't do that, you on motherfucking TV talking about you gave me $500. Yes, bitch, you gave it to me. I was at the casino gambling, called you. I said, bitch, send me $500. You sent it. I was happy. I said, ooh, Tommie really my friend. Bitch, I done did so much for you, I can't even count. Bitch, here go 5,100 right here. That you got fucked up. I ain't say nothing. I can't do nothing. I can't wear this shit no more. I can't do nothing.
She's holding up shoes.
You want to play with these people that you all this and that? Bitch, they can run back the cameras on the episode. Go on my YouTube page. Catch us out in public. Bitch, your shoe game been under $60, bitch. Yeah. All them niggas that's on your dick now, bitch. Them same niggas that you was chasing. Them the same niggas. They didn't know you, bitch, because you wasn't shit. Even though you was dressing cute. They didn't know, they knew you were a bum. But because you're cute and you on TV now, the ball players, this nigga, that, you thought you was going to do my lawyer like that. You thought he was going to be a trick. You thought Drew was going to be a trick. But Drew say, boo, you ain't got that check. He ain't doing shit. And you can't even sit in his, you can ask your friend that, because your friend husband had it. You can't sit in his chair under 50 bands. And bitch, that's the only lawyer I fuck with, okay? With my broke ass. That's the only lawyer, boo, that I fuck with. You wanted him to do a scene? He didn't do it. He didn't do it, boo. He would have did it for me, because I told him to do it for you. But he didn't want to play those games, because he know you ain't shit. He know you gonna self-destruct. And he know that you will put mud on his name, boo. He know that. He know putting all that shit on the Instagram. Thank God he got a good team up there in his office. They say, I know she ain't trying to say nothing about his wife. They know. Nobody wants to fuck with you that's about some real shit. Niggas is playing with you in the street, bitch. They don't take your drunk ass serious. Unfortunately, you had it good. Scrap might have liked you a little bit. You probably got some good pussy. I don't know how, bitch, because I'm sure it's been ran through. You probably got some good pussy. And Scrap gets caught up. I don't know how, but he not a Sass or a Dante. So
I think Dante is her nephew that passed away. He was a rapper. I believe so. Y'all correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
That's who was giving the passes, bitch. Scrap. Not you. He was really kind of fucking with you. Bitch, when he went to jail, he wasn't expecting nothing out of you. He wasn't, you know who run his business and take care of every motherfucking thing he need done? His baby mama, boo. Erica. Yeah, the bitch that used to do your hair. She takes care. He wasn't expecting nothing from a bag of trash. He wasn't expecting nothing from you. You put those pictures up yesterday, and then you gonna talk about me like a dog? That didn't hurt me, boo. That just let me know that Scrap might just stick his dick right back in your mouth when he come home. That's all it let me know. If he feel like it, okay? But this is one thing. Because now, all of this talking I'm doing, I know my manager said, no matter how hard I work with this lady, I'm gonna always have to clean up some more shit. No, Jay. This lady was on Instagram talking about me when she really should worship me. I put her in a position to save her whole family. I never asked her for 1 quarter. Me and this bitch done fell out a lot. I never went to the ground. I never went to Facebook. I never wanted to stoop to this level. Do you understand? I never wanted to. But look at her. Let me tell you something else. I called my designer from Bloomingdale's the other day. I said, hey, I'm gonna have a scene. Can I come get something to wear? Because once you wear it, you can't wear it no more. to the boutique, to the corner store, to the little shop over here. I pay for my shit. So I ain't making $1 million money. So I can't always buy that shit. My fetters is shoes. I spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is no shit. I probably own 1,000 pair. Anybody want to test me and put up 20 bands and say this bitch don't own 1,000 pair of shoes? Put it up, motherfucker, and I'm gonna get paid. Cause I'm gonna get every motherfucking box out and put the top up, and all pairs over $1,000. You understand me?
I believe you, but you ain't get my money. Sorry about it.
Not that I'm bragging. And that didn't come from TV. Because I ain't bought a shoe since I've been on TV. Because a bitch ain't had it. So I ain't bought a shoe since I've been on TV. Okay? So listen. I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. What the fuck was I talking about? This shit got me heated as fuck. The main thing to this whole scenario is, bitch, let's put the gloves on. You want to get on all this shit and talk about me? Have your manager call my manager, boo. Let's sell tickets. Let's sell tickets. Bitch, I'm gonna have this wig on. Bitch, I'm gonna be in combat mode for your ass. Okay? Let's do it legal so nobody don't go to jail. I'm gonna show you what a real dragon is. Bitch, get your game up. Don't do no drinking. And if you beat me up, it's okay, bitch. I doubt it. I done seen you in action on TV. I doubt if you would me, bitch. Yeah, I doubt it. And then Scrap ex-girlfriend drug you in the club. So, and she ain't did nothing but fight you and drug you. So, the best thing is have your manager call my manager, boo. This old bitch that smokes cigarettes, and need her teeth done. Yeah. Maybe I better get my teeth done, bitch. If you take the challenge, boo. Have your manager call my manager. Let's set this shit up. And, let's set it up, bitch. Let's sell some tickets. I got the spot. And let's get some money. Because that's all you gonna do is be drunk and ignorant. And then when I clap back, they all some bitches on my Instagram. You too old to be a damn fool. I'm hurt, bitch. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
She's hurt.
I don't even see Scrap's youngest baby because of you. Because I said I'm not going to let a bitch tell me who I could be friends with and who I could talk to. So because I chose to talk to you, I couldn't go get my grandson. What a fucked up decision on my part. That's fucked up on my part. I ain't blaming you. I was the dumb bitch.
Okay. This video is really, really long. So she went on ahead basically to talk about Tommie, how broke she is, about how she's a scammer, she's stolen clothes and stolen all kinds of stuff from people, all this kind of stuff. I'll leave the link in the bottom bar below if you guys haven't seen the whole entire video. But it's just really messed up and sad. I think KK was painted season 5 when they first came on as just kind of like a troublemaker, a messy mama, just like the rest of them, a thug. Apparently she had shoplifted at one point, but she went on to say she did her crime. She is not proud of the life she lives, but she made it best. She made it work for her. None of her kids ever knew all the stuff that she was doing back in the day. And she is accountable for everything that she's done, and she apologized and she's paid her dues. And so, I mean, what else can you say about the lady? I do think that Tommie is wrong in this situation. I don't have a clip of Tommie on Instagram showing out, but I'm sure it's somewhere on YouTube. But I'll leave the Karen thing below, as I've said many times. But it's just really messed up. I tend to be on Karen's side in this particular situation because I do feel like Tommie is just a loose cannon. And I found out, thanks to my girl Lady Nika, watching one of her videos, she said that apparently KK is not going to be on this Love and Hip Hop Season 6 reunion for whatever reason. And Tommie has apparently quit the show. And which I think is the stupidest decision for Tommie to quit the show, because Tommie is now a main cast member. She's up there with the Rashidas, Mimi's, Carly's, etc. And why would you quit the show as being your first time as a main cast member? many people on these shows come on as the villain. So why wouldn't you just try to stick it out and redeem yourself and get your money up and venture off and then quit? Don't just quit. You just got here. But maybe she's going through some things. And she said, I remember seeing something on YouTube and her saying that she would never sell her soul or whatever for $1 and all this. And so if that's the case, I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of that in Hollywood. And if that's the case, I agree with her leaving. But she has a lot of demons inside of her from her childhood and all that. And I just wish her the best, Tommie. But I don't blame Karen King for going off on Tommie because there's only so much you can take. It's one thing if somebody tries to come for you and embarrass you in private, but it's another thing when it's in public. So, I mean, you guys tell me y'all things about that situation, y'all thoughts. And the second thing I want to talk about was Monique. As we all know, child, somebody had an iPhone or an Android. Monique was performing at the legendary Apollo Theater, and she had made some comments about Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels, saying that she wasn't blackballed, she was whiteballed by some black dicks, who couldn't stand up for her and basically just sold her out or whatever. And there's two clips that I wanted to show. One is the legendary clip that I'm sure everybody's seen by now of Monique on Periscope and her husband Sydney talking about the whole situation. The whole video was like an hour or so long, but I broke it down for the main thing that I wanted to talk about. And she goes on to mention that many people call her friends, but she haven't heard anything from them, like Steve Harvey and Sheryl Underwood. I saw Adrian Bailon on the Real. They was talking about it, and she was just like, basically, in so many words, she said that she didn't agree or like her delivery, and why does she have to be so aggressive and rude, yada yada. I remember on the Real, Kim Whitley, the comedian, she was a guest host on that show, and she was just like, her and Lottie agreed that it is her show and it's comedy, and women can have filthy mouths just like men, and it is what it is. And but Kim Whitley was just like, I love Oprah. Kim Whitley has a show on OWN, so of course she's not gonna go against Mama Oprah. And it basically just boiled down to me, just a lot of people like, just basically cooning out. And it's that whole situation of, if I have an issue with somebody and I'm telling you about the issue with that person, if you haven't had a bad situation with them, somehow I'm lying. Like, that's how people are, though. But anyway, first I'm gonna play you the clip of Sheryl Underwood and the rest of the ladies on the talk talking about it. Hopefully y'all can hear it.
Well, you in the Apollo, so you got to keep it real in the Apollo. And she used a lot of street terms to voice what I consider her frustration. When we got into the game, we wanted to change the game. So whatever the rule was, we wanted to kind of bust that rule open. And Monique gave me one of my first jobs. She was one of the first comics who had her own club as a female. I would say I feel this is unfortunate because we love.
First of all, this hair that Sheryl Underwood has in her head is ridiculous. Y'all will see. It's why.
Lee Daniels and what he's doing. We love Tyler Perry. We love Oprah Winfrey. And if there's a way for us to settle this, so she's an amazing actress and an amazing comic. So somehow we gotta settle this together. You know what I'm saying? And the hard part about this is other people make demands, and they still get to work. And I'm not saying I agree with what she did. I'm just saying I'm concerned about my friend right now.
I'm gonna go back. Something very interesting she said.
And I'm not saying I agree with what she did. I'm just saying I'm concerned about my friend right now. Because when you're in a comedy club, everybody got a camera now. And how can you voice your frustrations through your humor? Because that's what some of us do as comics.
Well, I guess my real question is this. Recently on the show, I forgot the topic, but you, Sheryl, said about yourself that there was a point in your life when you found out that you, as a stand-up, you were on a list called the
Life's Too Short.
Life's Too Short list.
That's right.
I just wonder if maybe a little bit of everything is true here. And yes, maybe that was a bit for stage, but if...
How was that a bit for stage, Julie Chen? That's her damn show. But go ahead.
let's say it's all true that she was very difficult. And if she just said, I'm sorry, I bet your doors would open up. Because she's got the talent.
Well, you got yourself off that list. I did.
Why should she feel sorry for speaking her truth? That's her truth. Oh, let me just check.
I did, and it took a lot of. I had to do the redemption to. I had to.
Why were you on it?
Because I was very strident. I was very, no, this ain't right. No, this is wrong. And when you get that reputation of being argumentative, and I was doing a lot of things that sabotaged my career, but I sat down with somebody I respected and go, tell me what's happening here. And they were person enough to tell me to my face, you are blowing this. And if you don't shut the hell up, you're going to blow your life and your...
It's like you're apologizing for being strong and being black and not taking shit. But okay.
For real. And that's what I did.
Intervention.
Absolutely.
And you
absolutely. And I listened and I came in on time, but also I knew when I was asking for something outrageous or letting someone speak for me to ask for something outrageous and go, you can't be Billy Badass on my name, and that's why I can't get a job. You see what I'm saying?
I absolutely see what you're saying.
Okay.
Thank you for illuminating the topic.
Interesting. Now I want to play you guys a clip of Monique and her husband Sydney talking about the whole situation, specifically about what Cheryl said on the talk and who called her to see how she was, and just a bunch of other people, and of course the whole Oprah Lee Tyler situation. Okay, so let's play.
I've been hearing this quite a bit this week. That's my friend. Monique is my friend. That's my friend.
No, that would be Steve Harvey
And Cheryl Underwood.
and Cheryl Underwood.
Now, before I address them, I want to address another sister. I get a text message from Rodney Perry. And then he forwards me an email that he got from someone. And that email he got from someone was a beautiful sister named Lunell, who was a comedian. Now, let me say this, y'all. Nobody has to call me and say shit. Ain't nobody responsible to call me. Nobody. But that has been, and my baby Countess Vaughn. My baby Countess Vaughn sent me a text and said, Mama, you good? I love you and I got your back. Now, y'all put that in Kim's voice, okay? Then Lunell, I sent Lunell back a text message with my number, and she said, is it okay if I call you right now? I said, sure, sister. When I picked up the phone, she said, hello, Monique. I said, yeah. She said, sister, I couldn't let the sun go down without calling you up to let you know I love you. And I said to her, you don't know how much that means to me. Because I know what it is for us to say, y'all listen, she hot right now. No, nobody like her. We can't fuck with her. So that's been the only call I've gotten, and my baby Countess Vaughn. Go ahead, Daddy. Was you going to say something?
Keep going.
Now I want to address my brother Steve Harvey and my sister Cheryl Underwood. And I didn't want to get it from nobody else. I wanted to hear it from myself so I could make sure when I respond to it, I'm being fair. When I listened to Cheryl Underwood, it started out really well. Monique was the first one to give me a job, and as comedians, we gotta say it. And then she starts slipping into, now I'm getting scared to say the real shit. Because the one thing I've always admired about Cheryl Underwood, see, we were out there on that road. And you couldn't be no meat bitch on the road, baby. You driving around this country, you trying to get your money, so you had to stand up when shit wasn't right. So there were times we'd be out there on that road arguing with niggas like we had pistols in our pocketbook, like, we gonna shoot some shit up if you don't give us our money. So we had nothing.
Before navigation.
Before anybody had names, and I've always admired that about her, because word got around Cheryl Underwood didn't take no shit. I appreciated that. So now I'm watching you on this show. And I'm watching you say, though I don't agree with her, I'm just concerned about my friend. Well, Cheryl Underwood has my number. I've not yet to hear from Cheryl Underwood to let me know of her concern for her friend. And then I hear her say, and don't be Billy Badass on my watch, making demands for me. Now, Cheryl, I'm not sure who you were referring to as Billy Badass.
Why are you playing?
Let me finish, sugar baby. I'ma assume you was talking about my husband. And what I would ask you is, who's your Billy Badass? What's your husband's name? What's your man's name? See, I understand when my sisters are looking at me like, oh, how you gonna let your husband do that? But all the ones that's saying it don't seem to have one. All the ones that's saying it seem to be by themselves and they have so much to say. See, so what I would say to you, Cheryl, be courageous enough. Number one, to call me, friend. Or number two, have me and my husband on the show so you and the sister that sits across from you, and I can't remember her name. The Asian sister, y'all are not going back and forth having this conversation about, well, maybe Monique should just apologize. Well, let's say she is wrong.
Let's say that some of the things that she said are true, that they say about what Monique did are true. No. Let's say that all of them are true. And she changed up, just like, let's assume that all of them are true. Now, first someone would ask, why would you assume the worst and then not come up with the flip side of it? But if you're right, you're just going to speak to the side of
I'm wrong.
I'm wrong.
Now, I'm watching these women. Now, me and Cheryl go back for years. Though we're not friends, we've always been, we've had a camaraderie as comedians in the business. Whenever we saw each other, it wasn't nothing
Sisters
but
in the
love.
struggle. You had on
Now,
the Monique show.
the other sister up on the panel, she was at the Oscar dinner
Aisha
when I
Tyler.
spoke to Oprah Winfrey, but she said nothing. In my humble opinion, the realest G on that panel is a woman named Sharon Osbourne. Because Sharon Osbourne said, wait a minute, she's hella funny. And then she sat back, and I honestly believe, in my humble opinion, had they kept talking, she would have said, hold up, bitches. Now hold up, we know that woman right there. So when I hear Cheryl speak that way, it makes me go back to when she spoke of the Queens of Comedy. And this conversation that the Queens of Comedy supposedly had, she took me out of it.
Now here's some tea. Listen up.
And how they spoke ill of her. Now I want to tell y'all this publicly. It damaged my friendship with Adele Gibbons.
What?
Because when I sent Cheryl Underwood that
Yeah.
sister, I'm proud of you.
One.
Right? I called Adele Gibbons. And Adele Gibbons, with tears coming down her face, said, Monique, how could you? Like, you know me. She said, Monique, that conversation never happened, sister. She said, if it ever happened, I would tell you that conversation happened. She said, me and Laura was on the phone crying like, what is this sister doing? So what it looked like to me you were doing, Cheryl, and this is my humble opinion, sister, and I say this with love, you was trying to make great television. Because if you were concerned about your friend, you have my number.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that day Jennifer Holliday was at the studio and we were all on the phone together, and before we hung up, me and you exchanged numbers? Do you remember that? So when y'all say this thing, friend, be respectful of it. See, with my brother Steve Harvey, when he says, ooh, this is bad, and Mo is my girl, Mo is my friend. Steve, when did you call me?
Ooh.
To say, Mo, what's going on? When did you pick up the phone and say, I want to get it from my sister, I don't want to hear from nobody else? And then when I hear you also say, because me and Oprah, we friends too, when did that happen? And I'm not trying to be fucked up. I'm only trying to be honest, y'all, because I'm sick of reading about the stories of how we mistreat, misuse, and we do it to one another.
And we stay silent about it.
And we stay silent.
And let me say this also, and I want to reiterate this. There's no one that we've discussed today that we would want to see anything other than the best for. Not Oprah, not Tyler, not Lee.
And Monique's whole thing with Oprah is that a while back, a few years ago, when the whole Precious thing was happening, Oprah had called up Monique and her husband and was just like, yo, your brother, one of Monique's brothers molested her when she was a kid, wanted to come on the show and tell his story, and he's a changed man, yada yada. She was like, that's cool. I don't fool with him, but that's cool. And of course, Monique needed to be on the show. And so everybody was just surprised that Oprah reached out to her because, it was all this buzz around Monique, Precious, the movie, all that. And Oprah didn't tell Monique that her mother was coming on the show, and her other brother was coming on the show, and the father was coming on the show. So it seemed like it was a whole ambush for Monique. Oprah didn't let her know. So in Monique's mind, Oprah just did that for ratings. Oprah called Monique later on after the show and was just like, "Oh my gosh, can you believe this?" Yada yada. Monique was just like, "So you just wasn't gonna tell me that you brought my whole family on the show and you got them and they're probably doing it for money and you're Oprah and trying to embarrass me and all that." Oprah, didn't really say anything. So the next time that Monique saw Oprah was at um Alfre Witter's home, I believe she said in the video. And Angela Bassett and Aisha Tyler and so many people was there. And this was around the time of when Lupita was nominated. So it was just like, congratulations to you and being a young black woman and yada yada. So Alfre Witter said to Monique that anything that you have to say, you can say here. So Monique chose that opportunity. Oprah was there too. She chose the opportunity to talk to Oprah, and Oprah said in front of everybody that my issue, if I did something to offend you, I apologize, which is not an apology. And they went on to talk about how Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry don't really like each other. But they deal with each other, this whole umbrella of Hollywood and Black Hollywood, and they went on to talk about, slavery and all this kind of stuff that was just all true. I didn't even know that Tyler Perry and Oprah both was producers on Precious. I had no idea. Precious was an independent film. Lee Daniels asked his friend Monique to be a part of the film. She did it great. And, he wanted extra promotion for the film once the film started getting big and all that. And she was just like, "No, I just did this for my friend. It was a small budget. I don't want to do any extra stuff. I'm trying to be with my family." They kept offering her deals, and it was just like, "No, no, I'm not going to do it." That's when the whole thing started with Monique being difficult and all this kind of crazy stuff. And it's just really sad, like, when you really think about it, that we as black people in Hollywood do this to one another. But even the richest people in Hollywood, the richest African American people in Hollywood, such as Ali, Oprah, Tyler, etc., there's always somebody that's over them, and they have to answer to the white folks, and this whole game is just it's no loyalty in Hollywood. It's just simply about that mighty dollar and how you're willing to literally sell your soul and do anything for money, and you're willing to step over your own for money. Um, and so many people don't want to piss off Oprah and Lee and Tyler because they control a lot. They're big major forces in this world we call Hollywood, but you have to speak your truth and you have to stand for something. But some people are not willing to lose a dollar just to stand up for themselves. Do I believe everything that Monique? Listen, there's always Monique's truth, the rest of them truth, and the actual truth. But I am definitely more so leaning towards what Monique is saying. I don't think she has anything to lose. Why would she just want to randomly make enemies of these people? Just out the blue. Mama's speaking it, and Monique is one of the realest people in Hollywood in general. She's not even Hollywood because she's so real. So anyway, I'm gonna drop this link in the bottom box below, along with everything else, so that you guys can check it out. And it was just really, really a good conversation that Monique and her husband Sydney had. It was just really, really good. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the whole Manchester thing with Ariana Grande. It was an explosion. Ariana Grande was performing in Manchester in the United Kingdom, and there was an explosion, and so many people got killed. I think last time I read it was like 50 people or so got killed, and like 100 and something got injured, and it's just really sad. But one good thing that came out of this was Ariana Grande, according to the Shade Room, I saw on Instagram that Ariana Grande is paying for all their funeral arrangements, which is very nice of her. It's a whole lot of money. So God bless her for that. And it's, oh my God, what a terrible thing to happen. You know, my heart goes out to all those families and everything. So that's basically it, y'all. I just wanted to come to y'all with some things that was on my heart, that I just wanted to talk about. And, you know, God bless all these people in this whole situation. And like they said, like Monique them said, they don't wish bad on any of these people. But, you know, it's unfortunate that you're willing to step on your own just to be the best or be great or be up there with the big boys, you know. And she talked about Taraji P. Henson and Tracy Ellis Ross and how their income versus the white girls they're competing with income, and they're just as talented, even not more talented. It was just really good, you guys. But anyway, I'm gonna drop all these links in the bottom bar below, except for the whole Ariana thing, because that was on Instagram. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at ITSKINGWORLD on Instagram and Twitter, at ITSKINGWORLD89 on Snapchat, Chase Give Me on Facebook, and all that good stuff. All my information will always be in the bottom bar below, the Show More tab, and click that bell so you can get notified of new videos I upload. And that's pretty much it, you guys. You guys keep watching, keep tuning in, y'all, and it's just a mess. Hollywood. A little throwback. Y'all remember Hollywood Divas when I used to review it, you know, back in the day, darling. And yeah. Lights, action, Hollywood.